Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel about all things crochet by me, Valerie. If you're an absolute beginner, then you have come to the right place. Link below you will find a playlist of all of my beginner videos interest you. Please subscribe, turn on all notifications, click the little like button at the bottom of the video, please. Let me know so I can make more. Now let's get into our video. So today we're going to be working on the half double crochet. So to start this off, you're going to do just as we did before. And we're going to wrap the yarn, grab the tail with your dominant hand, wrap the yarn around your finger, bring it all the way back, wrap it again on the opposite end, and slip it through that little loop. Hold it and pull on the tail. Now insert your hook. Now all of your yarn that you purchase is going to have a label on it. Now on this label it's going to tell you the thickness, the gauge, and the type of hook, the size of hook that you're going to need to use to make the gauge. So for this one it's a 5mm and it's a shiny one, so it doesn't want to show properly in the camera. And I'm working with a 4-ply worsted weight yarn. So we're going to wrap the yarn over, grab the tail, and pull through that loop. There's your first chain. And as in the previous video, we're also going to be working a chain of 14 total. So that was 1, yarn over and pull through, that's 2, yarn over and pull through, that's 3, yarn over and pull through, 4, yarn over, pull through, 5, yarn over, pull through, 6, yarn over, pull through, 7, yarn over, pull through, 8. Now we're going to go a little bit faster. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So now we're going to yarn over, and instead of inserting into that first one as we did with the single crochet, or that second one, we're going to go into that third chain, and we're going to insert our hook with both hoops on it. Now we're going to yarn over again on the opposite end of that spine, pull it through, and now you have 3. Your first, our yarn over before insertion, our yarn over that we pulled through after insertion, and now we're going to yarn over again and pull it through not 1, not just 2, but all 3 hoops. And that is your chain up half double crochet and your first half double crochet. So once again, yarn over, go into the next spine right there, yarn over again and pull it through, yarn over and pull through 1, 2, and 3, yarn over, grab your chain again, find it, get in there, yarn over and pull through that first one, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. And as you go, you're going to get the hang of it, and you're going to very easily pull through every one of those hoops all at once. But when you're starting off, really take your time and make sure you get through. Depending on the yarn you're going to be using, it can get hooked, because frequently with cotton yarn it does. It will get hooked, and sometimes you'll pull an extra thread out that really doesn't belong, and it messes up the tension of your piece. So yarn over, insert, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over and pull through 3, yarn over, insert yarn over again and pull that through, yarn over and pull through. Make sure it doesn't get twisted because it likes to move around. So we have the last two here. Now we're going to yarn over, insert, as we've been doing. Yarn over, pull through all three, yarn over, insert, pull through, and through all three. Now we're going to work up a chain two, and this chain two is going to also, in this pattern anyway, is going to represent one of your, or your first half double crochet of your following row, as it did with this one. So we're going to chain two and turn your work over, yarn over, and this guy right here is your first or your last half double crochet of your previous row. Now this chain two is basically the stitch that follows. So you have to skip this little guy here and jump over to this one. And I keep calling them little guys, but this stitch. So you get through both, get through that V, yarn over, pull through both of the V, and then again your half double crochet is complete. Unwind some of this, and we're going to keep going along into each half double crochet of the row below. Now we're in the last stitched half double crochet, so the one right after that first chain up at the beginning of our row. And remember that this one is also a half double crochet, so we have to work a stitch into this guy too. So we're going to yarn over, and you're going to find the first or the top chain of this chain up, and you're going to insert in there, yarn over, pull it through, and then again yarn over and pull through all three. And this is how you keep your sides working in a straight line. So again, we're going to work the next row, chain two, 1, 2, turn your work, yarn over, skip that first one right there and jump to him, insert into the second stitch, yarn over, and pull it through. There. And this is normal, it looks like a gap, but it's not. And chain 1, chain 2, skip, stitch. And pull it through. And that's 1 row, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to work up 5 or maybe 6 more rows, and that should be the end of our half double crochet swatch. Back at the end of my swatch on my last row, my 10th row, and we're almost done. And once we're completed, we are going to trim off the end, and we're going to start weaving them in. So we're going to need your tapestry needle, and if you don't have one, that's okay. I can even show you how I do it using a much smaller crochet hook. Oops, I hit the camera. I can show you how to do it using a much smaller crochet hook, which is usually what I prefer doing because I find it safer to have that on my table than a very small needle that one of my kids could take and potentially hurt themselves with. So there is our half double crochet swatch, and it looks a little crooked because I've been messing with it. There we have it. So yarn over, pull that through, pull it a little tight, yarn over again, and pull through one more time. And there's a nice knot. And that ensures you that it's not coming out. Haha, not coming out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take, I think this is a 3.25. It's quite a bit smaller. It'll fit quite easily in. So decide which piece of the work is going to be your front. I'm going to leave it like this, as is. So the end tail on the left, I'm going to turn it over to the back piece and find this row right here, the last row of stitches that you worked. And as you can see, there's these little V's again, or call them parallel lines. I'm going to insert in there and insert and work my way down the chain, down the stitching. Trying to get a decent view. And for the last little bit, what I'd like to do is work into this ending leg. Grab one of the stitches in there. Now you weave your yarn over your hook, and you're going to try to pull it as cleanly through without hooking anything. It's not always easy, but sometimes it gets stuck. Oh, and it's coming through. Make sure it's got its shape. Where'd my tail go? It's gone. So we're going to trim that. Then we're going to do the exact same thing on the other one, except we're going to work it into that row there. Again, in the back side, while it doesn't really show, sometimes you can have an end that'll stick out. And that's not something you want on a finished piece. It's just popping out in front. And now for this end, again on the back side, find your row of stitches. So mine are here. Leg, next one. And I'll work it through the double leg on here, just because it's going to cleanly go right through. And it'll give a nicer finish. Try to keep some tension in the tail, because otherwise it might loosen and you'll lose it on the way. See, I lost it. Oh, and we got it. And there is your half double crochet swatch. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and turn on notifications. Thanks for sticking around. See you soon.